What's happening, everybody? It's time for another malt review with Mikey and Narby. We're going to be doing a bourbon. One that quite a few people have reviewed this online. It's grown in popularity, especially their cigar blend has been blowing up. But this one is Joseph Magnus Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's bottled at 50% ABV, and this is batch number 9, bottled 377 out of 892 bottles.
And this one's interesting. It's not all from Kentucky. It's distilled in Indiana, aged in Kentucky, and triple cask finished and bottled in DC. And the 3 casks are Oloroso Sherry, Pedro Jimenez Sherry, and cognac casks.
Definitely different. You got the Pedro Sherry, you got the Oloroso, and then you got cognac. So you're adding different kinds of casks into this, definitely creating a different flavor profile. Could be off-putting some, could be unique to some. You know, we'll give you our opinion on it here.
You know, there's no age statement or anything. We're not sure how long it's been aged. Not sure how many months, probably just a few months in the various casks. Not sure the proportions, but just going by, based on the cask, what flavors and whatnot.
I can't remember if I mentioned it. It's 50% ABV.
Yep.
Right off the bat, you get that rich taste, rich caramel, rich maple syrup. It's not as maple syrupy as some bourbons, but it's definitely still there. Definitely get that pop of that cinnamon spice, brown sugar.
Yeah, you still get that, you know, especially if you're a bourbon fan over a Scotch fan, you still get that strong American white, you know, charred oak, that fresh, non-aged oak. You still get that heavy smoke and spice from it, but not as much. It's definitely tapered by the fruit and the dessert, chocolate, toffee, fig, kind of dessert elements from the different cask finishing.
Yeah,
It's kind of a balance.
it's nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't nose as a very aged whiskey. I wouldn't think this is aged very long.
No, that's true.
Based on the nose, I feel like it does need a little bit of water. I feel like it can open this up, but I'm gonna try it on the palate first without.
Sure.
Definitely get that corn syrup more on the palate than I did on the nose, even though it was there on the nose. It's rich fig jam, toffee caramel taste, cinnamon spice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and oaky. The oak plays nice. Enjoy that. Yeah, it's an enjoyable whiskey. It's not stunning. It's enjoyable. I'm gonna try it with some water. What do you think?
Definitely get some nice pancakes and syrup. Get some toffee, some hazelnuts, some walnut, kind of like some various crushed nuts on the pancakes and syrup. Get some nice dried fig, dried date, along with the toffee. Like Narb said, the oak play is awesome. I'm kind of digging the 50% on the palate. Tiny bit of bite to it, but obviously I'm into that. Those stronger whiskeys. Nice amount of drying. Not too dry, not like wood chips, but just that nice back of your palate drying, lingering, making you want more. And very strong oak play, like nice white charred fresh oak. I'm into that.
The water definitely brings out a little funk, almost like a little kind of like earthiness to it. Almost adds a little earthy floral element to this.
Oh yeah.
It does.
Almost like a little mushrooms.
It does bring out some sweetness, even more sweetness to it as well. But definitely changes it. Adds like a little. Did you say mushroom?
Yeah.
That's where it was. That's where I got it from. Yeah, some mushroom funk for sure. He said it better than me.
And then along that, I'm getting like some fresh herbs, just like a bunch of fresh herbs planted all over the place, like some thyme, some sage, even on the stronger section, a little bit of rosemary, but definitely like along with the mushrooms and that funk, some fresh herbs.
I'm gonna try it on the palate with some water.
It's different.
On the palate, it just kind of meets up similar way. Gets more earthy on the palate. Gets a little bit more luscious. The sweetness kind of remains pretty much the same, maybe a tad bit more sweeter with water. Definitely opens it up. I'd say if you're a Scotch whiskey fan, don't add the water. If you're a bourbon fan, add the water. But both ways was unique to try. The finish is lingering. It's a slightly oaky finish, but it's a nice oaky finish.
Yep.
It's a nice oaky, sweet, lingering with that caramel and maple syrupy kind of taste. For me, this is an enjoyable whiskey. It's not one I'm rushing out to get for around $100. For me, there are better options for $100, but it is a solid whiskey. It's kind of like a B- level whiskey, so I'd score it an 80 out of 100.
I'm gonna give it an 83 out of 100.
All right, so there you go. We'll see you guys soon for another malt review. I know you got some of you who are watching this have tried this. Let us know what you think. I know some of you are gonna love it. I think it's a 90 out of 100, or you're gonna bash my score, but I'm just giving you my honest opinion, and I compare it as an enjoyment rating and a quality rating compared to everything else I've tried. See you guys soon. Cheers.
Cheers.